Hello, here's a quick guide on how to configure the PAC Wizard in order to create a pen test scan. Let's select the target environment where we would like to stage our scanner. Next, we can set the application profile for the scan. So I can set the name for this application test, I can set whether this is a web scan or an API scan, the severity of the application I would like to test, whether I would like my scan to be intrusive or safe. Then I can set the compliance standards, so I can select things like HIPAA or SOC 2 compliance, and this tells the scanner to maybe add some additional modules to the scanner or take off things that aren't necessary, and so on and so forth. And then I can set a schedule, so I can have this either be a one-time scan or continuously monitor this on a set basis. And then the last item here is our scanner instance. So this essentially just determines what happens to the scanner after it's done scanning. So in this instance, I will just keep it at delete the scanner, and then I can select next. Next, I can go and select where I want my scanner to be staged. And here we have a couple options and different ways to do this. I can either to have it in my environment, I can choose which resource group I would like my scanner to be put in. But if, let's say there's a resource that's behind a firewall or doesn't have access to the public internet, then I can also choose the internal scanner option and specify exactly which VNet in this instance I want my scanner to be inside of, so that there are no issues connecting to the resource that I would like to scan. Next, we have the target selection page, and this is a pretty straightforward page. I can just choose to either input a URL location for the application that I'd like to test, or I can browse through all the resources that I have in my environment from the inventory that was created by the Autonomous Wizard to select which resource I would like to point the scanner at. And the final configuration section we have here is the authentication section. So here I can choose to add any authentication format I would require for my application. So I can select methods like JWT, form-based, cookie-based, OAuth-based, and then we have a custom section here for HTTP token injections. And then there's also no authentication, which is what I will select in this example. Finally, we have a finished PAC file, and as you can see, these are all the configuration information that we had input in the past several pages. And this PAC file is essentially what tells our pen test scanner what it needs to scan and how it needs to do it. So now if I hit submit, the system will then go and spin up this scanner in the location we've provided and start the process of conducting the pen test scan. Hopefully this tutorial has helped you understand how to use the PAC Wizard in order to configure a scan.